Welcome back to California Cooking. 'Tis the season to entertain, but you know me, I love a good shortcut. So I'm gonna share a few cheats that'll help you get some festive dishes on the table without a whole lot of fuss. I've got a cheesy garlic pull-apart bread in the shape of a wreath, a chocolate Christmas tree pastry, but first, I'm learning how to make a holiday punch and festive dessert with my new friend, Ellen Marie Bennett. Take a look. Hi, Ellen.
Hi.
How are you?
Oh my God, I'm
cute
so excited.
Aprons.
I mean, are we cute or what?
This is your handiwork right here. I love this apron.
Thank you. Hedley and Bennett.
What's the most popular one?
Honestly,
I would pick
these
the
are
floral,
two of our
but-
most popular
Yeah.
holiday ones because they look cute. They're super functional. Turn around.
Go.
Show everyone this is the crossback so it doesn't go on your neck.
But
which
you know
means
what's
you
so
can
funny?
Cook, bake all day long.
As a
So
short
good.
girl, they never fit.
Girl, I got you.
Yeah,
I got you.
you nailed that part of it. Okay, I thought, you know, when you're thinking about the holidays and your upbringing and things that kind of bring back those feelings of nostalgia for you, I hear it's this punch.
Yes, ponche.
Ponche.
There you go.
Which
Great
probably means
accent.
punch.
Yes, good job.
I'm going out on a limb.
I'm so
but
impressed.
I think it's
wow.
punch.
We're gonna make ponche together. I grew
Ponche.
up having this every holiday.
Did you?
Every winter. It's so homey and delicious.
Yeah.
It's like a hot toddy, but like
Okay.
PG.
Yeah.
You can make it rated R, but we're gonna keep it
If
PG.
you were to make it rated R, like
Yes.
rum,
Yeah, yes.
would that be
yeah,
the?
rum is great. Let's do
So
it.
I've got the heavy duty pot here. What
yes,
are we gonna
you
do?
Good job, and it's a good one. Okay,
Yeah.
so we're gonna take unfiltered apple juice.
Yeah.
And also, will you get me some water? We're gonna
Yeah.
pour a little water in there.
Water.
We chopped up some guavas. We took a couple of apples and we just quartered them and we're gonna throw those in. Okay, so this is called piloncillo.
Piloncillo.
Piloncillo is
Sugar?
Yes, it's dehydrated sugar cane. So
Oh,
it's like
wow.
really rich and really delicious.
Cute.
Wow.
Ellen,
we went all
Look
out.
what I did for you.
I mean, you are the best sous chef. Hold on, ready for this?
Oh.
Yeah, we just did that.
Okay. So
This is sugar cane, people. Sugar cane is fantastic. We're
Okay.
gonna throw some in here.
Do it.
Okay.
Look at your knife goes through that, no problem.
Yep. Most
Yeah.
people at home, and you can tell when you're cutting a tomato,
Oh, yeah.
if you push into the tomato and it literally goes like,
Yeah.
you have a dull knife and you need to get our new Hedley and Bennett knives that are so good. We just launched them.
Do they all have the different? How many?
Yep, we have black,
colors.
cream, and green, and we developed them with the best chefs in the city. Throw some sugar cane in there.
Okay,
There you go.
sugar
Good
cane
job.
was used. Excellent.
Okay, and then last but not least, little cinnamon sticks, a couple star anise, and some cloves. Fun fact, I asked you guys to get tejocotes, and I thought there's no way they're gonna find them. And lo and behold, you got them.
Don't
You guys-
challenge us, Ellen.
I'm very impressed. If you cannot find tejocotes, you can use gala apples. It's
Okay, now
totally
these
fine.
are these tiny little apples?
These
or-
tiny little apples, you can get them at any like
Yeah.
Latin grocery store.
Yeah. Should we throw a few in
So,
there?
yeah, let's throw them in.
Why not?
Pop, pop, pop. We also
Tamarind pods.
got tamarind pods, which are delicious.
Nice fresh pineapple.
Yep, so you just throw all of
Okay.
this in. I boil it for like an hour.
Okay, Ellen, this is all about holiday cheats. The ponche. That was, we followed that recipe to
Yes,
the
we
T.
did.
This one though is something that every bit of this is in the pantry.
100%,
And you could
100%.
just kind of throw it together.
Yep, this is a really fun little hack,
Yeah.
and I grew up eating them also, and they're so delicious.
What are they
very
called?
easy. They're called buñuelos.
Buñuelo.
Yeah,
Buñuelos.
very good accent. Yes.
Okay.
So buñuelos are basically, you know, you have flour,
Yeah.
you have vanilla extract, baking powder, a little bit of butter, vanilla in the water. Then we're just gonna pour it in the middle there.
Okay.
And get going.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go right there and make a little hole.
Almost like you're making like a pasta,
Yeah,
right? When you make the little
exactly.
well.
Yep,
Yeah.
making a little well. Going, then we're gonna pour our butter as well. And you know, always add a little bit of salt.
Yes. When you were growing up, who would make this?
My abuelita.
Ah,
Yeah,
yeah.
she was amazing and loved to make things kind of eyeballing it the way that
Yeah.
I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
And you just crack an egg right in the center.
But that's what you do.
Yeah.
I'm an eyeballer too.
I'm an eyeballer. So you put all of your ingredients in there, combine it,
Yeah.
make a dough, you let it sit,
Mm-hmm.
and then you put it aside, and you've got what
Voila.
you made for me.
Look at that. Yeah, I did it ahead of time.
And then you just throw a little bit of flour down.
So then you make these little balls.
Yep.
To try to get a flat, basically a flat little piece of dough.
It's like almost like looks like a tortilla. It's
Yeah,
a little bit like a flour tortilla.
But these are sweet.
Exactly. So we're gonna dust them with a little bit of cinnamon and
Yeah.
sugar at the end, a little more salt. And I actually did one ahead of time because you want them to dry out.
Okay.
It'll absorb less oil that
That's
way.
a good tip. Were you born in Mexico? Or were you born?
No, I was actually born in the US. I was born in LA, but my
Okay.
mother's Mexican and my dad is English.
Oh, interesting.
So I grew up with a very mixed culture. And hence the name, by the way, Headley and Bennett. Like, could I have a more English name for my company?
Yeah. So what is so one of those is your last name.
Yep. And so Headley was my English grandfather, and then Bennett is my last name and my nod to my Mexican side because when I worked professionally as a chef, I was called Bennett. People would be like, Bennett, get the ingredients. I'd be like, yes, chef.
Yeah.
So
It's a great last name.
Yeah.
And so is Headley.
I know.
They're great first names.
very
too.
regal, right? When I started, people were like, are you a law firm? I'm
Yeah.
like, no, I am a culinary brand.
Headley and Bennett. I love the idea of your goal is really to make things that people need in the kitchen.
Yes.
Because it's so, every time you get that gadget or that thing that
Very
you don't use.
tchotchke-like, and you're like, here's this random thing that's gonna help me peel this pomegranate. The truth is, really good chefs can do very great work with very few ingredients and very few tools. So it's like, you need a really great chef's knife.
Yeah.
You need an apron to protect yourself while you're cooking. You need a great cutting board. And Headley and Bennett's whole idea is like, make people feel confident in the kitchen. To have started this company out of my house with $300 and to now a decade later have 7,000 restaurants using us. We're on Top Chef. We're on all the shows on Food Network.
That's amazing.
Anytime you see that little ampersand.
The ampersand.
That's us.
I mean,
Female founded, female started.
amazing.
Yes.
Did you think you could pull it off, or was it like, let me just?
I mean, a lot of people were like, that's so cute. Good luck with like
Yeah,
your cute
right.
idea. And I was like, there's nothing cute about this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be Nike of the culinary world. We are going to do this. We're gonna make beautiful gear that actually works.
Yeah.
And so that's what we've done. My very first order, the chef said to me, hey, there's a girl, she's gonna make aprons for us. Do you wanna buy one? And I was like, wait a second, I've been thinking about doing aprons. And I just blurted out, chef, I have an apron company. I will make you those aprons. And he was like, what do you mean? You're a line cook in my kitchen. I was like, I have an apron company now. I will make you those. And out of the blue, chef gave me 40 apron order.
You're
And
kidding.
that is how Headley and Bennett began. So it was like the craziest
But then you had to
beginning.
go home and go, oh shoot.
Oh, no. I know. I clocked out of the restaurant in my $10 an hour job, and I was like, whoa, my butt is on the line now. I need to get this done, and I need to make it happen. And I did. I feel like as a Latinx woman, I have just this endless drive that I grew up seeing my mother and my aunts just never say no to an opportunity. And I used that and I ran with it, and I think that's the best thing that anyone with a dream can do. A lot of people get hung up in the details and then never actually make the leap. And in all that time, you're thinking about how about this and what about that? You could have already started and learned. And those learnings are not failures, they're actually part of the journey. And I love to say they're not bumps in the road, they are the road. But you gotta get on the dang road to learn.
No, you're right. Where do you get stuff made? Is it made in LA?
Yeah, so we have a
Is it
factory in downtown LA. Yeah,
That's
16,000 square foot factory in LA, and we have things made there. We also have a factory in Mexico. So it's really high quality, it's beautiful, it's functional.
Time to fry.
Time to fry. That way all sides are getting a little bit of oil. We're just frying them up in a super hot oil. You want them to be nice and golden brown, just like that.
And this happens fast.
This happens fast, so I would stand by.
I've got our cinnamon sugar ready to go.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. All right.
Look.
Yes, great. So it's just gonna go a little bit longer.
Okay.
We have our little salt, and what did you tell us about your combination there?
So my son loves cinnamon toast.
Oh, so I was like, wait, you already have your little jar ready to go?
So I just make one so I don't have to mix it every time he says, Mom, can I have cinnamon toast?
Amazing,
That's
look at that.
Cinnamon
Yum.
and sugar.
So
and you
good.
sprinkled some coarse salt on there.
Yeah, a little bit of salt. Look how good that looks.
Oh my gosh.
Amazing, perfect. And then we're gonna do the other side
yeah.
too. Do it while it's super hot. Okay, you
Switch.
keep sprinkling and make sure it's nice and stretched out. Okay, going in.
I'm going heavy on, oh
Great.
my gosh, it smells like the fair. What is this? Where does this take you back?
I mean, this takes me straight back to Tampico, Mexico. I love it so much. It's so warm and wholesome and delicious. Isn't that amazing?
It's so good.
I love it.
Oh, I could see how you could just.
And then the funnest part is that you get to eat everything in it too. It's not just for good looks.
We have to.
Come on.
Let's
do it.
I'm proud of how beautiful these turned out.
I'm very proud too. Oh, and the crunch is so nice.
Cheers.
Cheers. Happy holidays, everyone. So good.
Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad.
Coming up, I'm gonna show you how easy it is to make this chocolate Christmas tree pastry. But first, this is a great appetizer for the holidays. I'm making a cheesy, garlicky, pull-apart bread in the shape of a wreath. That's coming up next. Here is a festive appetizer that won't last long on the holiday table because it's that good. Having a little fun with my store-bought pizza dough, which, why make pizza dough when you can just buy it at the grocery store? A lot of times they'll have it in the bakery section. For today, a cute idea, I think, when you have people over, you want to serve something festive but easy, and homemade's always nice. So I'm gonna do a little pull-apart bread, but in the shape of a wreath, and kind of do a pizza take on it. I'm gonna stuff the dough with these little mozzarella balls, and I'm gonna serve it with some marinara sauce. And it's almost like a cross between a garlic pull-apart bread and little pizza bites. So let's see how we go. I've got the oven heating up to 450. You want a pretty hot oven. And then basically I just want to make this into a rope, because what we're gonna do to try to get the same size is cut it into, and we're gonna roll little balls. But inside the ball is going to be our little round mozzarella. And if you can't find the little mozzarella balls, you can also do string cheese and cut that. But basically, the gist is to get these little balls around the mozzarella. And there you go. And then we're gonna place them around and make a little wreath. Really though, what's gonna give this a lot of flavor is the garlic butter that I'm gonna brush on it. So in this pot, I, 3/4 of a stick of butter, 2 cloves of garlic, and I just melted that slowly on the stove. And I'm also gonna add some olive oil because butter will burn. You could do egg wash, but I just like the idea of butter and olive oil and garlic. And then I didn't crush the garlic because it could burn if you crushed it. So I'm just gonna keep it whole and let it kind of infuse the butter. I'm also gonna sprinkle some salt, some oregano. So basically we're flavoring our butter. You wanna just crush it in there, all the flavors of pizza, and then just a little touch of heat. We've got some red pepper flakes. And there you go, our flavored butter is ready to go. Back to making our wreath. And it's just a little assembly line. This is actually something really fun to do with the kids, or if you have people over in the kitchen, get everybody in there and help you make your wreath. So I've got all the balls of dough rolled with cheese inside. Now I'm gonna go around and just make sure that the mozzarella is really in there. Got parchment paper down. If you have a pizza stone, that would be great because the pizza stone is circular, so that'll help you make that circle shape. But this, I'm gonna just freestyle here. Start with your one layer, and then, not bad. Now we're gonna kind of go in and tuck the other ones in there. My free-form wreath. I'm a little nervous at what it's gonna look like once it bakes. I hope it holds its shape. This is where we get the flavor from. We just drench these little babies. So kind of this garlicky flavored butter, and this will get them nice and brown. All the flavors of a garlic bread and a pizza rolled into one. And I added the olive oil to make sure that butter doesn't burn, because if you just did the butter, it might burn. 450-degree oven until they're nice and brown and cooked all the way through. Our Christmas wreath is out of the oven. Got a little brown, but we can save it. When it comes out of the oven, you wanna hit it with the rest of that butter and olive oil and garlic. And if you need more, just make more because I already basted it twice. And some of the cheese oozed out on a few of these, but not too bad. There we go, they're nice and glistening. To that, lots of Parmesan cheese. It's kind of like snow. I'm gonna move it. I'm gonna try to gingerly move it onto our board and just keep there, in the middle. It's a nice little dish. Our other little cheat, jarred marinara, which obviously you could heat up beforehand. There's just a few things you could do. More cheese, obviously. And then I have some rosemary, which I think could give it a nice little festive feel. And look at that. You've got yourself a festive Christmas pizza wreath. I snuck a little piece of crispy cheese, but I really want to try. Let me dip. Mmm. Good. Festive. All you need is a little cocktail, and you've got yourself a little party. Coming up, if you thought that pull-apart bread was easy, wait till you see how quickly this chocolate Christmas tree pastry comes together. That's coming up next. It is a holiday dessert that's so easy to make. It looks picture perfect and it tastes great. And guess what? All you need, 4 ingredients. Take a look. So for the holidays, it is nice to make things homemade, but it's also nice to cheat a little. So that's what I do when it comes to puff pastry. And I saw this on Pinterest and I thought it was the cutest thing. And you could do sweet or savory, but I'm gonna do sweet. So I've got 2 sheets of puff pastry and you thaw it in the fridge for a little bit so it gets to be nice and pliable. This is really cute. We're basically gonna cut the puff pastry into the shape of a Christmas tree. And then what you do is you cut to make these little branches and you twist them. You'll see what I mean when I show you how to do this here. It's super simple. I'm just gonna roll this out a little bit. And then what you're gonna wanna do is put that over here for a second and then roll out this sheet as well. A little bit of flour on the board. And you want this to be the same, roughly the same shape as that sheet. We're gonna gently place these on top of each other to carve out our tree. And really what would have been smart is maybe if I made a little template, but that's okay, I'm gonna freehand it, sharp knife, and basically you're going to make a triangle. Okay, there we go, we did it. We have our tree shape. We're gonna save this because we're gonna use a little bit of that. Now you quickly wanna unpeel these. You don't want them to stick together just yet. With your base piece, I'm actually gonna do it on the Silpat. Now the Silpat is so things don't stick. If you don't have a Silpat, you can use wax paper, even, you can use anything, but I just love a Silpat because there's no chance of anything sticking. This is where you could go sweet or savory. You could fill it with jam. You could fill it with chocolate chips. You could fill it with pesto, you name it. I'm going to use Nutella or a hazelnut spread of your choice. This will be the glue that sticks both pieces together. Get it as close to the edge as you can. Christmas tree number 2 goes on top. Basically what you do is you cut little lines. Not going all the way into the middle, but close. Now, you twist. You do a little twist and then you just push it down like that with your thumb and your forefinger. And you create these little twists that everyone can grab one. The last little thing I want to attempt, I don't know how to make a star. I want to make a star, but do you think I can freehand a star? I don't know. I'm not so confident. Okay, here we go. I see a star emerging here. What in the world? Guys, look at my star. It looks like someone chewed it. You know what? It's artistic. How about that? It's not great, but it'll do. My sad little star and all. Okay, that was a challenge. Now for our egg wash. So in here, I've got 1 egg and just a splash of water. We're gonna hit it with our egg wash. Get all these little pieces nice and browned. This will go into a 375-degree oven. We're gonna check it in about 15 minutes. Our cute little Christmas tree is out of the oven, and I let it sit for about 15 minutes so it could cool down. But look at how cute that is. 10 minutes, that's all the time it took in the oven. This was so fast to pull together. I wanted it to cool down as long as you can because I wanna dust it with powdered sugar. But this is what makes it. Even my funky star at the top. There we go. Beautiful. And we've got our festive little tree for any holiday gathering. So sweet. For all of these festive recipes, including this chocolate Christmas tree pastry, follow us on Instagram. Well, that does it for us. Thank you guys for watching. Happy holidays, and I'll see you next week. We just met 5 minutes ago, I don't know, and you were working your way around my kitchen like you. I'm like, have you been here before? Because you like open door. You're like,
chef, they're like,
I know where
move
that is. And I'm like, okay. Oh, wait a minute.
What did we forget? Oh, pineapple. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
We're gonna need a crane to move this to the stove.
It's like I'm Bennett and you're I'm Headley.
I found the Bennett to my Headley. Where have you been all my life?